I think when one, and that's the NDC's problem, they promised the people so much and built a picture of loot, public loot, and so they must be seen to be doing something. And so they've hurriedly, what you see, when you have this pressure at your back, you can't even wait for when you have the authority, the requisite authority. The president rushed in setting up this. So even on the letter, it says the president-elect. I never knew there's a letterhead called the president-elect letterhead. It should be the office of the president, is that not so? Then you have the state powers to now constitute a body. It was constituted before His Excellency Mahama was sworn in. He had no power. So those people
doesn't he draw his powers from the presidential?
But he wasn't the president. But he was traditional. There's nowhere that says that he is empaneled to empower to set up a committee. Where in the Transition Act? I don't see that.
Okay.
I don't see that.
Okay.
He has no power. You are not a president. You have no executive power.
I get that.
Why do you set up this? And then you clothe them with the powers where now they don't even know where their remit lies, and they are now justifying issues just because they must please the public. Justifying issues. And I like how he even set the tone to say that the previous government's public officers had looted and therefore he set this up. We have said all over that this was set up as a witch hunting activity. He did not say that it was only the previous government. Corruption. I read this newspaper news cartoon where Prime Minister Buzia was talking about corruption. Where in Nkrumah's time, there were corruption. So, and you have only limited it to the public officers of the previous government. Is it not witch hunting? Are they the only persons who have the penchant of engaging in corruption? Now let's look into it.
Yeah, but the public is not stooped from practicing the orality with.
But you have premised it with only public actors, the public officers of the Nando's government.
Oh no, they haven't said that.
That's what he said. Please. He said there was a lot of looting in the previous government, and so they set this up. That's the premise. That's the premise. Where we have a lot of cases going on in court where people, even when President Mahama was in power, are in court. So why do you limit it? And then, now that we hurriedly went to set it up, we are looking for the law to back it up. And guess what? We have gone for Whistleblowers Act. My friend Martin, we should stop this.
All right.
We should stop this. Let's look at this. Let's look at this.
Let me do this.
Let's look at it. Yes, it's my time. You gave me about a long time. That's my time.
Yeah, several.
Exactly. It's my time. You see? Let's look at your section 3. It talks about the people who disclosure of impropriety must be reported to.
Yes.
All right? But even then, in your analysis, you're talking about a public officer. Now they have extended it to politically exposed persons. Is a politically exposed person a public officer? No! A big emphatic no. Let's come here. Disclosure of impropriety may be made to the following. A long list which includes the chief head of family and all that. Now let's go to 2. Subsection 2, right? 3.1 is the list. 2. It says a whistleblower may take into account a reasonable belief or fear on the part of the whistleblower that the whistleblower may be subject to dismissal, suspension, harassment. Is that what we are saying? Are the whistleblowers, are they being protected? One day, and a member of the community came to sit on your sister or another media house and publicly said that someone has said that he's brought a land that he illegally acquired, and so you are not going after him. Is that what the whistleblower says? Let's go to section 6. Action by a person who received a disclosure. Standards are there. When a disclosure of impropriety is made to a person specified in section 3, why are they struggling to bring themselves into that? Then they must comply. and make a record of the time and place where the disclosure is made, give to the whistleblower an acknowledgement receipt, written receipt. Keep the written receipt in which the disclosure is made confidential. It was that confidential. Then it comes to 3. So 6, subsection 3. Where a person to whom a disclosure is made fails to keep confidential the disclosure, the person commits an offense.
Yeah.
Are they trying to make themselves liable to this, commit an offense, and are liable to a summary conviction of a fine not less than 500 penalty points, not more than 1,000 penalty points? Multi people probably, or some of them are rich, so they can pay 12,000. Then it says 7. Where a disclosure is made to a person specified under section 3, other than the Attorney General, the person shall submit a copy of the written disclosure to the Attorney General. To the Attorney General.
Yes.
Not the President. The Attorney General. Within 7 days. Have they not done more than 7 days? What has been submitted to Attorney General? There's not even an Attorney General to begin with, because no one has been sworn in. So why are they struggling to find a legal basis, and then they wait for this? And I'm sure when you go through, and it's just a casual look of me looking at this Whistleblowers Act, I see a lot of things. A lot of things. So it is not applicable. Not applicable. We should stop this populist thing. There are a lot of institutions set up in Ghana, a lot of them set up in Ghana to deal with issues. Retool them, resource them. Even when the OSP was being set up, we said, it's a replication of authorities and resources.
Okay.
If we feel that he must do that job, retool it. If anyone can collect information. Now you have members of this so-called oral turning up on the doorsteps of people and say that we are coming here as if they are investigating. They are actually investigating and say we are observing. Who are we telling this lie to?
Okay.
That you have the power to enter someone's private property and trespass?
Well,
let's be serious here. Let's stop the populist attitude of this and resource and other.
I know time is up. I know Inusa have said he wants to say something, but what I can tell you is that we've had this conversation time and again. What we're told is that ORA has not mandated or asked anybody to go and trespass somebody's property and so on. So if the person is doing it,
police with ammunitions strung on their chest. Can you imagine this?